me dirty, going out your way just to hurt me. I can't lie, I used to let it hurt me, but I can't let it fly to me as turkey. You're so ungrateful, stealing food from me under the table. You not really solid, you unstable. How could someone that you love be so hateful? If you gon' let it going, just treat the whole thing like bowling. Let me hurry up, get the ball rolling. Let me hurry up, get it on over with. Drinking my water, no soda. My mind is clear, I'm sober. Gotta do the exposing. I was blind and then he showed me. You did me dirty, going out your way just to hurt me. I can't lie, I used to let it hurt me, but I can't let it fly to me as turkey. Yeah. You're so ungrateful, stealing food from me under the table. You not really solid, you unstable. How could someone that you love be so hateful? If you gon' let it going, just treat the whole thing like bowling. Let me hurry up, get the ball rolling. Let me hurry up, get it on over with. Drinking my water, no soda. My mind is clear, I'm sober. Gotta do the exposing. I was blind and then he showed me. I know vengeance is the Lord's, but I just wanna buy a sword so I can stab him in the heart.
Hey.
When I'm recording the heart,
Hey.
I'm just rapping how I feel. I'm the last one to keep it real. I'm the hit of pain.
What's good? What's good? What's good, fam, man? Welcome to Thoughts Brewing, episode 4. That was my man, Aha Gazelle, man. I love that song, man. That song took new meaning to us today, to my family at least, in the past couple weeks and stuff, man. I just want to welcome y'all again to the podcast. I appreciate everybody coming out. I want to say shout out, see y'all out there, Rumaha, Don P. Yehuda, Aerospike, Dwayne Yonde. I appreciate y'all, DK. I see y'all out there. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of you out there. And you know, kind of like how brother Black Tastic say, if I don't say it, just don't charge it to my heart. Somehow he said it like that. It sounds better when he said it. But yeah, in other words, don't come for me. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't come for me. Don't be mad at me. Don't be leaving no Facebook post talking about something. Oh, I be out here. I be saying hi, and that boy don't want to say nothing. Ain't on purpose. All right. What's good? So, man, it's been an interesting time, man. It's been an interesting time. Not for people to say that the Bible ain't real. It just baffles me. I had got into it with some dude on Twitter about that, and he was trying to say, oh, it's a fake book and it's not real. And I'm like, bro, have you looked outside lately? Have you seen what's going on lately? And just even in the scripture of the namesake of what I put out there, a man's enemy shall be they of his own household. Like, Yahusha, man, look, if you out here denying Yahusha, we can't be friends. I'm just saying that. I'm just for real. If you think that Yahusha is fake, we can't be friends, because Yahusha knows a real talk, realest thing out there. And if you out here then psych yourself out of reality and you trying to say that Yahusha ain't real, just go. You can log off. You can unsubscribe. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. You can just go on about your separate ways. That's exactly what this whole thing is talking about right here today. It's about just sometimes just learning how to walk away, how to just go off and just go. Yeah, there it is. Developing on. Yep, that's it. That's it. Hold on. That is exactly it. Don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my head. That's right. That's what he be saying. That's exactly what he be saying. Because look at here, man. It's Christianity did a number on us, man. Christianity really was designed to make us subservient. It's Stockholm syndrome. It really should be called Stockholm-anity, because it's designed to make people just bow down to abusers. It's designed to make people just for the sake of love and for the sake of the fruit of the spirits, you essentially put yourself in a situation where narcissists just use you and abuse you and to disrupt your peace and cause all these problems. And then people be praying, oh Lord, why I don't have peace? Why I can't figure this out? What's going on? It's because you got nonsense going on all around you. And I got this pulled up here, this book of Jasher. I love this book, man. Jasher is such an amazing book. And, just to even go on the record, I believe in the apocryphal books. I go with that. I'm not going to let the Europeans at Nicaea, who modified the Bible to basically fit their world Christianity standards, I'm not going to allow them to set the tone for everything, especially when we can see that a lot of these books basically were not only mentioned in the canon 66, but they also embellish more on these stories. And they also help you find out people groups, which is why I think they hit it, because you can find out who the Amorites and the Canaanites is, and they don't want you to know that. But this is from the book of Jasher. You know what I'm saying? This is chapter 15, and this is right after Abram and Sarai and all them came out of Egypt, rather. I highly recommend this book, man. Like, the story about Abram in Egypt is expanded on so much more. And it's just like, man, it blow your mind when you really see what was going on and how it was happening and just how things were and how Abraham had to think back in that day. But beyond that, he came back, after he had did all this stuff and he had went through it with Pharaoh and everything, he came back to Canaan. And I'm going to pick up right there from 34. I'm just going to read this real quick, and then it's going to kind of set the precedence. And I'm going to actually show something from a brother of mine, man, that, Yahusha, I was doubting this message. I was doubting it. I was doubting a lot of stuff. And, man, Yahusha just came and just showed me, like, yo, this is this. And I got you on the right path, man. And that's why I say people that deny him, man, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Well, we're going to start from 34. And Abram returned to the land of Canaan, to the place where he had made the altar, where he at first had pitched his tent. And Lot, the son of Haran, Abram's brother, had a heavy stock of cattle, flocks, and herds and tents. For the Lord was bountiful to them on account of Abram. Now, Lot was blessed because Abram was blessed. See, a lot of your family members like to hang out around you because, I'm gonna kind of preach a little bit today. I ain't gonna go and do all that craziness. But this is something that I know, this was a word for me. And I know, when y'all are speaking to me, it's coming out through the body because I've had so much confirmation. But when you are blessed, because we know that, I believe in the 400 years. Absolutely. After 2019, there was a change. I know in my life because I've been blessed a whole lot more since 2019. I've in areas I've been struggling with for a lot. I've been blessed, and I thank y'all for it. And I see that the curse is being reversed, and we are definitely walking into a new generation. And we getting blessed. And as you get blessed, your family members, they see that. You know what I'm saying? They see that. They know that when I be around this person, I get things. I get, because we free-hearted people, man. That's how we are. If I have extra, why would I not give? You know what I mean? Like, why would I not give to somebody? If I got the means to help somebody, especially if they family or even just a close friend or whatever, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, it always was baffling to me while, you have these jokers that have so much and want to be just so stingy, like, oh, go get it on your own. And I had to get it myself when they really didn't get it themselves and get it by exploiting other people. That's a whole nother conversation. But they always, want to lean and cling on to you because as you see right here, Lot was blessed. They had bounty because the Lord was bountiful to them on the account of Abram. See, I'm going to get back into that because, see, a lot of folks thinking that they walking in blessings, but they only blessed because they tagging along to you. And they ain't realizing that all that nonsense they got going on is only held at bay because of your prayers and you with your presence of y'all that's in you. But let's go on. When Abram was dwelling in the land of the herdsmen, when Abram was dwelling in the land, the herdsmen of Lot quarreled with the herdsmen of Abram, for their property was too great for them to remain together in the land, and the land could not bear them on the account of their cattle. Now, when Abram's herdsmen went to feed their flock, they would not go into fields of the people of the land. They would not go into fields of the people of the land, but the cattle of Lot's herdsmen did otherwise, for they were suffered to feed in the fields of the people of the land. See, Abram had enough sense. See, Abram had enough sense to say, look, man, I'm not going to send my stuff into these people's houses and these people's land. I'm going to keep my stuff to myself. Lot ghetto. He don't care. Lot like, man, shoot, it's green over there. It look good, man. They ain't eating it. They ain't eating it. They'll be good. It's good. It's all right. They'll be good. They be straight. They all right. And the people of the land saw this occurrence daily, and they came to Abram and quarreled with him on account of Lot's herdsmen. And Abram said to Lot, what is this thou art doing to me to make me despicable to the inhabitants of the land, that thou orderest thy herdsmen to feed thy cattle in the fields of other people? Dost thou not know that I'm a stranger in this land amongst the children of Canaan? And why wilt thou do this unto me? And Abram quarreled daily with Lot on account of this, but Lot would not listen to Abram. And he continued to do the same, and the inhabitants of the land came and told Abram. And Abram said unto Lot, how long wilt thou be to me for a stumbling block with the inhabitants of the land? Now I beseech thee, let there be no more quarreling between us, for we are kinsmen. But I pray thee, separate from me. Go, Choose a place where thou may dwell, and with thy cattle and all belonging to thee, but keep thyself at a distance from me, thou and thy household, and be not afraid in going from me. For if anyone do an injury to thee, let me know, and I'll avenge thy cause from him. Only remove from me. And when Abram had spoken all these words, Lot arose and lifted his eyes towards the plain of Jordan. He saw that the whole of this place was well watered and good for man, as well as affording pasture for cattle. And Lot went from Abram from that place, and there pitched his tent and dwelled in Sodom, and they separated from each other. Now, now we see right here. There's one little key part I want to get on 42 and 43 right here. He says, I pray for thee, separate from thee, and go and choose a place where I may dwell with thy cattle and all belonging to thee, but keep thyself at a distance from me, thou and thy household. But be not afraid in going from me, for if anyone do injury to thee, let me know, and I'll avenge thy cause for him. See, sometimes, man, you just got to let people go. Like, for too long, we've been taught this, sometimes they've allowed abuse to come under the auspice of family, close knit families, and they family and they blood, and we've allowed, especially in our community, man, we've allowed for nonsense to go on. People, that's just how they are. That's just how they is. Don't worry about them. You gotta don't mind her, don't mind him. That's just how he is. They family though, but they family, bro. You see right here, Lot basically was tripping. Lot was going out there being ghetto, all in the people stuff. We like, bro, we not, these my neighbors. I can't be out here, doing that. I'm in their land. This is their land. I'm the stranger here, and you out here just doing whatever. Like, you can't do that. And he was arguing with this dude about that. So the point where he said, look, man, if I'm still down for you, if anybody come and get you, if anybody come and do some harm to you, I'm there for you. But we can't be together. We can't roll together. We can't hang together. And that's the point that people in Christianity will tell you that you're wrong at. You got so many cats that it is so funny, man. We was just talking about it on Sister E's thing, even last night or this morning. You know how Sister E thing go. It'd be like last night, then it slide in the morning. But they were just talking about how, people going after people that have no heart for them. Like, where in the Bible does it say that you have to go and keep going and going and going? Because they love to use the scripture. Oh, man, we got to go and make disciples and stuff. They always stick on that, but they forget the part where Yahushua said, hey, if they don't receive you, turn around, dust your souls off, and take your peace and keep it moving. And a lot of times we don't do that because of family. And we say, oh, it's family. Oh, I got to do for family. Look, man, I ain't telling you just to, say forget your family and say go on. But if you were in a situation with a person that is causing problems, if you are in a situation with a person that's just having no kind of peace, there's nothing, you've tried to talk to them, you've reasoned with them, you've tried to do everything that you can, it is not wrong on you to give them to boot. It is not wrong on you to say, hey, I'm done with this. We ain't finna hang like this no more. I'm tired of your nonsense, and to get gone. That's the problem. We out here so brainwashed with this. I call it Ned Flanders Christianity. It's a Ned Flanders mentality where we just got to lay down and be like, oh, hey, yo, and just take what everybody be saying and just take what they do and just take what they deal with you. No, that is not of God. You don't get a badge in heaven where y'all's like, oh, you took the most abuse and laid down to let this abuser take care of you. Here's your badge of honor. Like, no, he's gonna be like, bro, why didn't you send them away from you? Why didn't you separate yourselves? Yahushua said it. He said it himself. I should have pulled that scripture up. He said that he's basically come to bring a sword. He's going to separate man from the husband and the wife. He's going to separate the mother-in-law from the mother. It's going to be separations in the family. And it's not because of you. We out here trying to fix relationships that Yahushua has broken. We need to stop trying to fix the things that's Yahushua's will. It's Yahushua's will sometimes for you to just, hey, you got to love some people like this. You got to keep them at a distance, man. You got to keep them at a distance. You can't keep allowing yourself to fall in for the same crap. I'm going to show you how Yahushua verified this, man. It's a brother of mine. And I literally just seen this today. I don't even be on Instagram like that. And I pulled this up and I'm like, man, this was my confirmation for the night. Because I was wondering and I'm like, is this just me? Because I'm always checking myself, man. I don't sit here and assume that everything I have is right. I'm always self-checking myself, always making sure I'm not doing right. And especially I wanted to make sure in this, because I'm like, I don't want to come off like, with an angry spirit. Because people, that's that Christianity thing. Oh, you're angry. Oh, you're just angry. No. Was Yahushua? Yeah, you darn right. Yahushua was angry when he ran in the temple and started shooing them folks out. Like, yeah, You're absolutely right. You know, just angry that people would take advantage of your kindness. Absolutely. Did Yahusha stick around when the crowd was about to push him over the edge, and he was like, "Wait, guys, I gotta disciple all of you guys. I know you're mad, but hold on, hold on, guys. You're getting kind of close to the edge here. Oh, let me no." He's like, "Oh, these Negroes tripping," and went straight Superman mode and walked through them jokers through walked in the next realm right through them and just said, "Oh, I'm on my way." He literally dusted his shoes off of them and walked through the spirit on their behinds and left them right there where they was at. Left them mad. That's what you got to do to people. Sometimes you got to leave them mad. My man said it right here. For the people that don't say anything and let a lot of things slide, let's not let it slide this year. Let's say no this year. Let's be the A side this year instead of always being the B side. Don't do it from a place of bitterness. Do it from a place of everybody had their turn already. Your turn now. See, so the people that always want to steal from you, they'll tell you, oh, you acting brand new. They'll tell you, oh, you being bougie. Oh, you think you better than everybody. Oh, you just think you so much. Oh, you think you always right. Or you think you got, oh, you judging. All the little typical nonsense, narcissism excuses that they want to throw your way to make you feel bad for calling them on they crap. Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Just like Mama Red said. Just say no. Just say no. Say nah. It's time out. We're coming to a time where there's about to be shortages. There's shortages already here, and it's getting more and more and more and more. And these folks is out here being goofy instead of sitting here and preparing. There's people that's still out here thinking everything is everything and regular. They still on they regular paper chase. They still on they regular just chasing vanity, chasing the wind. You know what I'm saying? They out here just still chasing the wind, still out here just trying to, I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to buy, 3 new houses. I'm trying to buy 3 new cars, and I'm trying to get fitted up. I'm trying to take vacations, and I'm trying to go here. All this vain nonsense when the world is clearly collapsing. It blows my mind that people will not see this for what it is, and they still out here thinking that everything is honky-dory. These are the people that be the main ones that when you start telling them stuff, they feel some type of way. They start nagging you and stuff like that. Look at here, man. Make preparations for your family. And just like with the parable of the virgins, what happened when the virgins came and they didn't have no oil? Did they say, oh, yeah, I'm going to share my oil? They said, no, not so. Hey, I got enough for me and mine. So I don't have no oil for you. And I said the same thing. I'm like, look at him, man. I'm making provisions for the fam. I'm making provisions for mine. I'm going to help as many folks as I can that's looking for it, that's needed. But for the ones that's out here acting crazy, when the crap hits the fan and the things is already said and done, hey, the gates is going up on the ark. I might toss you a life preserver, you know what I'm saying? But hey, the gates in the ark is going up, man. The gates in the ark is going up. Like it's too ridiculous. And I agree with you, Garth. I agree with you 100%. That's what we out here trying to do. And then you have family, and it's family members. It's not just regular folks. This is family members, people we went to church with, people we grew up with, people who is close to us that's causing all these schisms. All they want to do is argue and cause problems and cause all this noise while this nonsense is going on all around. This is all distractions. It's all a distraction. And Christianity has focused our mind to the point where we feel like we got to be, just like my man say, we got to be the B side. We always got to like constantly, oh, well, I got to put my, I got to like suffer for myself. It's like that ridiculousness with self-flagellation that the Catholic Church talk about. That's what we feel like we got to do. We got to self-flagellate ourselves to make ourselves worthy. We are already worthy because of Christ. We are already worthy because of his blood. He's helping us along the way, and he's giving us wisdom or to know how to be wise with what he's given us, our time and our energy and our resources. And we need to be wise with how we spend every single one of them. I'm not spending my resources and my time no more for foolishness. I'm not arguing with fools that don't want to get right. If I come to you with something and I bring a logical argument and you just come back to me with ad hominem or nonsense, bye-bye. Okay. All right. You good. You got it. You got it, homie. Hey, you good. You good. I ain't finna argue. I'm not, because there's too much going on. There's too much going on for us to waste our time with all these people that all they want to do is steal. Just recently, man, I got a situation out of my house, man. My house literally feels like the house from Up. I feel like sometimes if I walk outside, I might have a drop of about a couple 100 feet because the house feels like it's floating. It's such a peace in the household. It's such, I mean, even the relationships between my wife and my son and all of us is all just so much, but everybody's happier. There's a lift in the spirit because we got rid of the nonsense. A lot of times we suffering because we trying to pray for and reach for people that Yah has told us to leave alone. Sometimes you need to leave some people alone. Leave them be. Let it go. That man, Dre Lee, that's it right there. That's it right there. We need to accept that not everybody going to make it, and some people don't want it. Some people don't want it. When I'm telling you that the people in the situation I'm talking about, man, my wife and I, we went well out of our way to make things comfortable for people, and they don't appreciate it. And it's even with all of us. We've all been there where we in your heart, you feel a certain type of way for somebody, like, especially when, the people that you labored with in Christianity, and you like, you still my brother, man. You still my sister. I still care about you. And I want to help you out. I want to, bring this to you. And then they just, so he's like, wait. As long as I was talking the nonsense that you was on, we were fine. But here I'm giving you a whole nother situation. Now, I'm solid from all that what we talked with before, but now all of a sudden I'm crazy. Now all of a sudden I had a joker. I had a joker who at one point told me that there were totem poles built in the city. And when we got to the place where he said there were totem poles, it turned out that these were power pylons, the pylons that carry electricity, for the long runs. When they up the voltage for the electricity, they have the bigger, thicker gauge wires, and they have the larger pylons in like the countryside. So he saw those things and he said they were totem poles. He said the big one was the man and the small one was a woman. And then this same person who I came across sometime later after I came into the truth and was trying to, give them some information, told me then I had a deceiving spirit and I had a lying spirit. And I'm like, you thought power poles were totem poles, but I have a deceiving spirit. As much as it annoyed me, because again, that was a brother. It was just like what Abraham was talking about with Lot. It's like, yo, you my kinsman. You know what I'm saying? I still got love for you. You still like a brother to me, but I can't be around you, bro. For the sake of me not getting mad and cussing you out and breaking the relationship, I gotta let that thing go. We gotta go. You gotta go off and go your way, and I gotta go my way. And that's what was my main thing that I wanted to bring out today, is that it's okay to let people go. It's okay. And I don't care who they are. It's because, see, a lot of times, especially, I made a post on Facebook about parents and not respecting their children. And this is something that even as adults, a lot of people struggle with. They allow their parents to just abuse them and use them and do a wrong thing. Look, that promise with the children obey your parents is definitely, real, but there's also a flip side to that. The parents aren't to take your children and lead them to wrath. Just because you're the mother or a father doesn't mean that it gives you the right to take advantage of your children. Just because you're an auntie or an uncle doesn't give you the right to just disregard a person's feelings. And just because you are old doesn't mean that you are due respect. I will say that again. Just because you are old doesn't mean that you are due respect. Doesn't mean that I got to bow down and worship you. If you're old, I'll give you the respect that I always give a person. But there's a lot of folks that think that just because they survived to be like 60 or 70, that you got to just kiss their feet and everything that they say is wise. No, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. It is not. It is not. And they will try to make you feel bad. Look, I love my mouse is my microphone is tripping. I apologize for the thuds. It's trying to trip out today. Nothing but the enemy. You don't usually do this. But I love my conversations when I speak with Moray Isaiah, because as Mr. Blacktastic, he's with his wisdom. There's wisdom in his words. I love speaking with people with wisdom. He has wisdom in his words. And he when he says things, it's like, man, it enlarges my perspective. And I'm like, man. Now, I'm not saying go around and just start kicking old people because they, old and silly. And I don't do that. Don't get like on the Boondocks. We had Thugnificent battling with Granddad. Don't do that. But what I'm saying is, don't let these folks take advantage of you. And because they want to have you to take them halfway across town, and they don't want to give you no gas money. I'm sorry, Miss So and So, I can't do that for you. Oh, you got all right, blah, 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 blah. No, don't feel bad. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it for you. Yep, bye. I'm your elder. Is this the respect you show? Yes, I'm respecting you by saying yes, ma'am, and not cussing you out for this nonsense that you say. I'm saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and not. Folks don't understand. Like, they get old and they want to start talking greasy to people, and it's like, bro, chill out now. He ain't through with me yet. I might flick your old forehead to get some sense into you now. Now stop all that tripping and eat your Metamucil. They be wilding out. They be wilding out, man. Folks that think that, just because they your parents, that you just got to sit there and just deal. No. I respect the person by saying, you know what? I'm just going to keep you away. I'm going to keep you at arm's distance. I don't want to say anything, and I don't want to do anything that will cause a problem. And when we interact, there's too much friction. So until there is a change in our relationship, I think it's best for us to just be at a distance, for us to me to be here, you to be over there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, they'll talk crap about you. Oh, they will say all that they're going to say about you. They all will talk about you. Trust and believe. They going to talk crap about you. They going to say, oh, since this nigga get some tassels on him and now he brand new. He Judah. Yeah, he real Judah because he's stingy. You know how they do. You know how they gonna do. They gonna come with the theatrics and the drama, man. I'm telling you, man. It will get to a point where your patience is getting tested, and this is something that I believe all of us are having to go through, where our patience is getting tested, where we want to step out of line with these people and really give them a piece of our mind. I really believe y'all is doing this to really bring us to another level, to show that in the end. I'm gonna give this example. And whenever you watch an anime and you see, there's always a trope. You always have like the dude that's the main character, and he walks into a bar. And I'll use this one of my favorite anime. It's called Trigun. And there was this dude. His name, he walked into the bar and he was just real goofy, and all the thugs in the bar come up to him and they start beating him up, and they start doing all kinds of silly stuff, just ridiculous nonsense to him and everything. And he just allows it. He just humbles himself and he's like, hey, it's cool. It's not that serious. Hey, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. He ain't starting no fight with him. He let it go. Now, when those dudes start messing with somebody innocent and they start about to hurt somebody, then they find out, oh, snap, this dude is actually the main character. So the dude in Trigun, his name was Vash the Stampede. And Vash the Stampede was like this super well-known dude. He was ridiculous. And he let these dudes just punk him. And they're like, man, why would you do that? But then when they started to threaten somebody, he showed his skills. That's when he started to lash out. That's when he went out. And that's when he was like, oh, okay, we finna fight. I gotta do something. See, that's how we gotta be. A lot of times it's just people barking at you. A lot of times it's just these folks that just want to get a rise out of you. They want you to step down. See, y'all wants us up high. They want us to come down on their level. And there's a saying out there that says you never go down and fight an idiot at their level, because they'll beat you with all their years of experience. We stay on a high level, man. And sometimes to stay on that high level, you got to cut people off. You got to cut them off. No, I'm not going to help you. No, I'm sorry. I've done what I can for you. I prayed for you, and that's all I can do. I'm not no more resources are coming out of my household, because see, we have households to look after. We have to look after our children. We got to look after our families. We have to make sure that we don't fall by the wayside with all these plagues that's coming out here into Babylon. We see them coming. It's coming, man. This year is going to be crazy, man. This year is going to be crazy. I'm going to show you. I got a little thing I want to show a little later on. This army recruitment comparison video for the American army, the Russian army, and the China army, and to show you what we looking at coming on this year, because these ain't just rumors of wars no more. Like this stuff is about to get popping. It's about to get popping, and there's a lot of stuff in play that's about to be going down. We don't have time to deal with these people and they nonsense. See, Lot knew that he was over there messing with them people stuff. See, that's that same mentality. See, you got to understand, Abram is our people. So we can see some of our people's ways in these stories to help us understand. That's why y'all let us see these things, because we can see where the generational nonsense is, and we can identify it and know how to sidestep it and how to deal with it. See, a lot, just like a lot of our people, you know what I'm saying? We all got them, man. You got the ones that just don't, you can't take them nowhere. You can't take them you can't take them nowhere. I'm talking about you get the folks, man. You take them you take them to Red Lobster, and they thinking they in fine dining. They like, oh wow, this fancy. It's Red Lobster. Oh, dumb folks, dumb ones that just out here just act silly and crazy. Them the ones that always want to pull you down with nonsense. Them the ones that we see that we be trying to help out, that we be trying to pull up out of the nonsense. Hey man, there's a better way, man. I cannot tell you. I told a bunch of my Hebrew brothers about getting into IT. I told a gang of them, a lot of them, some of them that was out in the streets, because it's easy. It's easy to get it, man. You don't need to go to no degree. There's an easy way to learn information, easy way to get in. And then once you get in and start going with it, you'll easily come out and make money. It was an easy way to do it. And I had thought of a way where I could give it to dudes, where a dude that could come up out of nothing. You could be straight up hood, not have nothing, and you can build yourself with it. And I've told so many dudes is how to do this. And the only one who listened was a non-Hebrew dude. One of my good friends to this day, a Gentile brother, he good homie of mine. He listened, and he a manager. He's sitting in it, doing well for his family now. Doing very well. I think he got in like 2011. Yeah, he got in 2011. Now he's a manager doing well for it. And I'm happy for him. That's my boy. But it annoys me, because I see others who I gave that knowledge to, and I still see them struggling. I still see them going through the ghetto circle. And I'm like, bro, I gave you the tools. See, I'm a teach a man how to fish kind of guy. I'm not going to just give you the answers. I'm going to show you how to find the answers for yourself. So that way you don't have to come no more. I'm not saying that I don't want you coming to me, but I want to make you self-sufficient. See, I'm not like these Christian pastors. We ain't like that no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not about you coming to me. I'm the man of God. Yes, God has chosen me. Come to me. Give me your tithes. No, I'm going to teach you how to be self-sufficient so you can get to the point where you can come and show me something. Hey, that's how we build. And it's like, snap, you've seen that? Oh, bro, that's what's up. Yo, that's crazy. You sending me down some rabbit holes. Why not? Folk, you know what I'm saying? Why not? Folks are so narcissistic and do it with themselves that they don't want to help people. And when they take the ones like us who want to help people and they want to take advantage, not so no more. Not this year. Not no more. It's time to end that cycle, man, because times are coming where times is going to get crazy. And frankly, y'all going to have to just basically close the ark doors on some folks, man. We've been telling them. We've been hollering at them. We've been telling them. We saying, hey, there's something going on. There was time, even before 2019, a lot of stuff's been talking. I know I've been telling folks for a long time that, man, the economy is about to crash again. Even before I was aware of the 400 years. I think back in like 2017, 2018, I was telling folks, I'm like, look, man, this thing was going to crash. And then once I found out about the 400, I'm like, oh, I know it's going to crash. It was like no brainer. And it's still going. And I'm still seeing people ingratiating themselves into it more for the sake of materialism, for the sake of their pride, for the sake of all this stuff. And it's like, no, we not. You're not listening. And that's fine. You don't have to listen. But guess what? I can't sit here and keep trying to help you, because when the time comes where the things are going to shut down, guess what? If I have just enough for my family, I'm sorry, I warned you. Just like it was in the parable, they're gonna, people gonna try to make you feel bad. People gonna try to get you compromising yourself for the sake of trying to help them. There's sometimes that if you don't know how to swim properly, a person swimming, like with when you have a lifeguard, they have to learn how to deal with a panic swimmer, because if you're not careful, a panic swimmer will take you down, and you know how to swim, and you got on a life vest. They'll take you down. They will take you down with them, and it is important that we realize that. It's time out for this, man. It's time out for us dealing with people that don't want to listen no more. If they don't want to listen, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to listen to me. That's cool. I gave you the truth. I gave you the realness. I'm dusting my feet off and I'm keeping it moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping it moving. It's not about that, because we all seen it. You know, so just like my man Garth say, we've all seen it. We are seeing it too. And once I learned about the 400 in like 19? Yeah, I learned about it late 18, early 2019. That's when I started seeing some of Teo's stuff and some of Dante's stuff about the prophecy. Then I basically read all the prophecies again. Man, I was telling all the folks I know, I'm like, hey man, this is different. All my Christian friends, all Christian family, all that. They I'll give some of them credit. They'll listen, but they'll hear, but they're not listening. And they're not listening, and they still just doing the same old thing. Everything, business as usual. business as usual, keeping themselves ingratiated into this system where I'm sitting here and I'm listening to these well-off, different white dudes that used to teach all about finances and stuff, and all of them is telling the people to get out of the system. They all telling them to get out the system. There's a one dude I listen to every now and then. This dude, I like him because he gives the articles and about all the stuff that he talks about. And he's finding some crazy stuff about finance, crazy things, and everything's pointing to basically, man, they're not doing their quantitative easing no more. And they're not giving people no more stimulus and stuff, and they're still shutting people down. And now they're basically not even doing what's the other thing that they were doing? It was the stimulus. It was that. Oh, and the rental forgiveness. So people getting evicted left and right because they was living off of government money, and the government ain't giving the money no more. So now they're getting evicted. So now you got more people on the streets. You got crime going up. You got basically stores closing because there's nobody working. Come on, man. Let's do 2 + 2, bro. Let's do 2 + 2. This is not the time to get more ingrained into the system. This is not the time to put your money in and get all your valuables in a system that's about to crumble. It's about time to find stuff that's going to help you kind of stay afloat despite the system crashing. Because it's going to get to a point that if you got all your money in the banks and the banks close and say, hey, you can't get your money, what good is that $5,000 on your credit card is going to do? What good is that $5,000 or $10,000 in your bank account going to do when you can't even get to your bank account? And that's coming. That is coming, man. Calvin is absolutely right. People losing homes too, man. People are losing homes. Homes is going, and it's not, people think, oh, I bought my house. I got it. I'm good. Bro, with the way that these houses are going up in price, these insurance, your taxes are going to go up too. So all the folks that got fixed incomes, they about to get screwed over by the taxes coming up because, I know by where our old church was, there were these homes in this area. This was an area where, my moms and us, we had the church at before, and it was pretty much, it was good, but it wasn't like, bad area. But the houses out there by Florida rates, they was like about, I'd say you could probably get one. They probably bought them like 60,000, 70,000 back in the 70s, 80s. And the houses probably was going for like maybe 100, 110, 120. Them houses is going for 300,000 now, 320,000, 350,000, almost $400,000 for houses that people bought at 65,000, 110,000. And some of them people in that area are old folks that are on fixed incomes. What do you think is going to happen to them old folks? What do you think is going to happen to them in those fixed incomes? Absolutely, Treyola. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. We're literally watching it real time down here in Florida. It's real time happening, and it's real time going on. This is why I'm saying this, because a lot of the folks that we know, a lot of our folks that live in the more rougher sides, they about to get affected. I know I got plenty of little, family members and folks that I know that, when it come to first, it's first of the month, they're like, hey, it's the first of the month. That they only, they be balling out of control. From January all the way to summertime, getting that tax money and stuff like that. Them the ones that we be trying to help and to come up, that they about to be out here, man. They about to be out here because the system is getting bad. It's, I think, what was it? Cream cheese was short. It was a shortage. There's lots of little stuff now, like little things here and there that's getting mad shortages on. Even the olive oil that we usually buy. And this is from Costco. We go to Costco to get it. And it was in short supply than they normally had it. They had we couldn't find it because the section was so small. And we're like, what the? I'm telling you, this thing had a huge, huge stand. We usually find them in volumes. And now there was like a little tiny little thing going on, man. So it's getting crazy, man. And people out here still going like it's normal. A lot of family members that we've been warning, we've been telling them, and we've been warning them, man. But don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for telling people no. Don't feel bad for putting your family and yourself as a priority no more. Because it's getting to a point now where we got to have a separation. And the separation is done of y'all. The wheat and the tares are forming. And it's not just within family members, it's even amongst those as far as believers. Because even some of the Hebrews out here, man. So I've seen so many that claim, they know who they are, but they want to deny Yahusha. Like what? Nah, bro. Nah. I don't care about no brotherly. No. See, that kind of mindset is what got us into our 400 years of nonsense in the get-go. That kind of mindset is a mindset that gets us every time gone into bondage. The same little crap behind mindset where we just deny what Yahushua give us. No. We're not doing that. It's time for the separation. This is something that Yah is doing, man. It's this. We're literally seeing the manifestation of the parable that Yahushua of the wheat and the tares. The field is coming to the fruition now, and the wheat is starting to come forward. But now we seeing the tares. We seeing the tares that tell you that's telling you that this is our land. I'm sorry. Whenever I think about Black Mormons, man, that just blows my mind. It's like, how, Sway? You'll be strangers in the land that you have not known. Oh, but this is our land. We're in our land. But how? It don't even make sense. It don't make sense. It literally don't make sense. But this is where we are right now. The wheat and the tares is coming forward, and it's time for us to not try to repair the bridges that Yahushua has broken. There's some relationships that Yahushua broke. There's some things that he's just going to pull up, that he's going to pull you apart from. Sometimes it may be from, some churches that you have been at, that you feeling that it's time for you to leave. If you got that feeling that it's time for you to leave, then go on and leave. That's fine. Yahushua's doing this separation. Some people that he'll have you to stay for a minute, but when it's time to go, it's time to go. Don't fight it. Don't keep doing it, because you're just going to make things hard for yourself. It's time for us to cut off the dead weight. It's time for us to get away from us, the ones. It's time for us to really truly be set apart. And it sucks because we all love the thought, and we were all raised on this, but it was really an illusion that we had close-knit families, we had close-knit this and close-knit that. Not all of us had that in that way. Some of us thought we had close-knit families, but it really was just a bunch of narcissists just eating off of your energy and feeding off of you. That's really what it is. That's all it is. So this was my message really for today is, man, don't let these people come in and continue to cause problems, because it's time to reclaim your peace. Really, it's time to reclaim it. And y'all is doing this separation, man. It's happening in every single way in all our relationships, from family to friends to even sometimes with some people getting separated from their jobs. Sometimes, hey, we working from home. Hey, hallelujah. We working from home, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we working from home now. The separation even at work, because now you don't got to wake up and go and deal with that old gossiping behind lady in the front desk who ain't got nothing to do all day but be on Facebook and be nosy. Man, y'all want to keep you focused so you can do your job, but then have your Bible open on the side and you can read. Or you can have your job on one screen and on your other screen you got some video playing or something playing to edify yourself. You got something learning where you could teach yourself new things, learning things and going in, because we got a kingdom to build, and it's like, all right, we got a kingdom to build. What can I do in the kingdom? Let me learn something for the kingdom. Let me learn a talent. Let me gain a skill that I can use to help build this kingdom, instead of worrying about foolishness. That's what we need to be on, man. And I agree with that, Talisha, y'all. I'm 100%, man. It's getting to that point where we got to even start doing that. It gets on my nerves when I see, especially when I see Hebrew parents on Facebook. And when they not last year, man, time flying. But 2 years ago, when the homeschooling stuff started and they was not letting kids go to school, I seen so many complaining, oh, this is crazy. Oh, I can't deal with this. Oh, I can't have, oh my God. Bro, them your kids. Them your kids. Like, how you complaining about having to raise your kids? That don't make no sense. But these be the same people that when it come Mother's Day and Father's Day, they want accolades and they want everybody to be like, oh, look at me. Oh, I'm such a good mother. Oh, look at me. I'm taking pictures with my kids. Oh, I'm such a mother. Pop my own collar. I'm such a good father. I take care. I tell them like how Chris Rock said it before. Like, I take care of my kids. Look at me. I'm taking care of my kids. I'll take care of my kids. But that's what you're supposed to do, nigga. You're supposed to take care of your kids. That's what you're supposed to do. But you want a pat on the back for being in your kid's life? Congratulations, nigga. You did the baseline. Congratulations. Oh, yes. Everybody on Facebook can give you likes. You get your little dopamine rush for doing the bare minimum. And then we wondering why people out here running around thinking that all this nonsense that they thinking of. Because we out here giving people accolades for just being there. Okay, congratulations. You there. Good. Ooh. I fed my kids this morning. Oh my God. He gave them cereal. So what? all this foolishness, man. So what? It is all foolishness. We need to get to the point where we homeschool our children and take our kids. Because, man, the stuff that I see, I'll be there with my son when I go to pick him up, and I'll be sitting here thinking more and more. I'll be thinking about it. I'm like, man, I need to get some homeschooling kids. I really want to have to do this because, man, look at this. Like, there's a girl that goes to his school that wears fairy ears, and they allow that to happen. Like, when I was in school, the girls couldn't even wear shorts. I'm seeing, man, the shorts that they wear. I'm like, bro, how? Because we used to have a teacher. She used to run around with a ruler. And if she caught you with those shorts and she got, come here, young lady. I used to hear, I just used to be so funny. And I used to hear all the girls complaining about her. And I used to hear that lady, she's standing there in the hall with that ruler and say, hey, come here, young lady. Come here. She put that ruler up against that skirt. And boy, she would send you to the office, make you put on they'll give you a little something to put over it. If you had them spaghetti straps showing, they'd give you a school shirt to put over it. They didn't let them run around like that. They didn't let them, and the stuff that the schools is teaching now. I believe I'm in this group with like black fathers, and this one dude was talking about how his school taught his son that masturbation was okay, that it was cool and it was fine and it was positive and it was something to be, it's okay to do and all this. And I'm like, he came home like, hey, the school told me this is okay, so it's all right if I go look at pornography. Like, he straight up asked him that because the school told him it was okay. And it's like, no, nah, man. If you got your kids, not everybody can homeschool. I'm not going to be like that person that's going to be like, homeschool. If you don't homeschool, you ain't going to heaven and you ain't no Hebrew. I ain't that dude. I ain't that dude. I am not that dude. But if you have the ability and you have the means to do it, then definitely do it. And if you don't pay attention to what your child is learning in school, I talk with my son all the time. I'm always keeping an open line of conversation open because there is pure nonsense in these schools. And we need to, it's more and more of a separation that is shown that we're going to have to do. We got to stop depending. So we've been raised Hellenized. We've been raised Hellenized as all get out because our natural concept of even how to function day to day has been warped by this place. That to the point where if you didn't have any grocery stores and stuff around, did you know how to get food? Would you know how to purify water? If you were stuck out in the wilderness, would you know what berries was good or not good? Would you know how to follow the trees and how to follow the tree line and not to get lost, how to follow the stars? Do you know any of these basic things? These are stuff that they used to teach us in school, like when we were younger, but I'm quite sure they don't teach that no more, and I'm quite sure a lot of us forgot it. But these are things that we got to get more mindful of. Because we can't depend on these systems, man. We can't depend on these systems. Get stuff to protect yourself. I segued into this, but I'm just going with the spirit, man. Like, get stuff to protect yourself, man. Because get to the point where you won't be able to call 911. I think Sister Shonda at large, she had that one couple on that had a amazing forum where it talked about preparedness and preparedness. And I got some stuff off of that list, and I'm still working on getting some stuff on that list because these are things that some of that stuff I hadn't thought of. I'm like, oh man, this is dope. I hadn't even thought of that before. This is yeah. And these are things that I'm starting to put myself in and learn because I'm starting to realize that these systems in America is failing, man. They failing. Remember, what was it in 2020 in Washington, where they let them people basically come in and make that what do they call it, the chop? They called it like a separate place of America, but the police literally stopped coming in there. So all the people that lived in that place had to deal with that nonsense, and you couldn't call the police. The police wasn't gonna come. So if you was in there and you ain't had nothing to protect yourself, guess what? They come knocking on your door with that nonsense. What you gonna do? And that happened there in 2020, but with the nonsense that's going on right now, like literally, if I like listen, I listen to the liberals and I listen to the conservatives. I like to keep my pulse on what they got going on, so that way I'm kind of like, I know what's happening. And they all talking about they basically talking about civil war and the separation of the states. Almost everybody in Texas and even some cats down here in Florida basically saying they want to separate from the union. They're talking about separating the union, like legit on all their shows, even in the news. They're talking about the Civil War, and folks are talking about, nah, we just want to break. We don't agree with y'all no more. We just don't even want to be a part of the same country. This ain't, man, look, this ain't the time to be playing nursery home and tag along with folks that don't want to be right with the Lord. This ain't the time to be tag along with folks that don't believe, with folks that ain't trying to see the thing the way you see it. You can tell people what it is and just keep preparing. But when the time comes where the things hit the fan, some folks is just gonna have to be left out, man. Some folks is just gonna have to be out there because we've been trying to tell them we can't save everybody. It ain't for us to save everybody. We can't do it. We can't do it, and you will hurt yourself trying to do it because it's crazy out here, man. Let me show you this. Let me show you, all this talk of war and everything that's going on. Let me show you. Something I want to show you. This right here is what we looking at. This is what we looking at right here. Now I want y'all to pay attention to this. This is so. These are recruitment videos for China, Russia, and the USA. Oh yeah, thank you for that, Mama Ruma. Yeah, this fair use. This is fair use. I know that I'm quite sure censored news won't mind, but yeah, it's fair use, and because basically they took it from China and stuff like that. So that there's no volume on it. Let me see. I'm gonna share it this way then. Let's share it this way. Share system audio, and I want to share that screen, and then I'll move this and share it. Boom. And let's do that. All right. Hold on one second. Let me grab my other window that I just lost right here. Bring that over here. All right. Perfect.
一声道，是一次重塑。
海上、空中、陆上各作战机组已修订完善作战计划。
一声道，是一场冲锋。我们用生命扛起使命。我们用。
Now, hold on real quick. Y'all remember Yakoba's video about Xi Jinping? He sent me down a rabbit hole when he did this. This nonsense right here, y'all see that? 6, 6, 6, and the upside down cross, and they sitting there saluting on it. Y'all, you see that? You know what I'm saying? Just letting you just a little observation there. Shout out Minister Yakoba, man. He sent me down a rabbit hole when he did that whole Antichrist video about Xi Jinping. And then to turn around and see this, I literally after I watched this video, I found this video, and then I seen this, and I'm like, bro, yeah, it's right there across the ground, 666, and this right here, what they call the peace symbol, but it's hidden very well, like it's an art, but that is the upside down cross. These are all occultic symbols right here in the China recruitment video, bro. Right here in the China recruitment video, like front and center. But that's boy, look at him, man. Them boys over there, Teo, them prophets, man. That's a look, man. I was like, man, because I was skeptical. For those that say, oh, he just agreed because he ain't Teo. I was skeptical. I don't agree with every Hebrew, but see, y'all has taught me wisdom. I don't gotta get up and make a video or get up and say something and challenge somebody whenever I disagree. I just go and I research. I'll go and I look into it for myself. I don't gotta yell at them and tell them that they wrong and add all kinds of goofy behind comments and stuff like that and put that under people's videos, especially when the video ain't about what it's about. I ain't gonna get on that. But some of y'all need to get out of that self-righteous nonsense. Like, just because you don't agree with somebody or whatever and what they do, how about you pray about it and you pray and ask Yah to help that person instead of you sitting here trying to get on your little grandstand shine and show how holy you are. You ain't gonna do nothing but just show how foolish you are. But that's my little side comment there. I'm gonna let this continue.
我们用忠诚筑起长城，改革强军，征途如虹。
历史告诉我们，改革创新与时俱进，是人民军队不断发展的康庄大道。人民军队的力量来自改革创新。 人民军队的胜利
Look at that, man.
来自
祖国召唤，我必到。
Bro.
一生到，一生到。
That was China. Now we're coming up on Russia. This is
Первый
Russia
день
army.
твоей новой жизни. То, что было вчера, не имеет значения. То, кем ты был прежде, уже никого не волнует. Теперь важно то, кем ты будешь сегодня. Что ты знаешь о себе? На что ты способен? Вопросы могут остаться без ответов, но разве ты сможешь потом спокойно спать? Познать себя, познать границы своих возможностей. К черту границы. Ты готов ломать себя до изнеможения? Каждый день здесь боль закаляет. Шрамы, повседневность. Это ты решил себе что-то доказать. Командир здесь только для того, чтобы ты мог увидеть в нем врага. Потому что без врага нет боя, а без боя...
Bruh. Y'all see, look, bruh. I'm gonna come back to this shot right here. I'm going, bro. We on the same page, bro. We on the same page, bro. You see that, bro. I'm gonna come back to this. I will let America come at the end.
Нет победы. Но на самом деле, главный враг — это ты. Вчерашний ты. Твоя задача — выследить врага, догнать его, превзойти, стать лучше, чем он, и вернуться назад победителем. Потому что завтра первый день твоей новой жизни.
All right. Now we saw Russia and we saw China. Now here comes America, the great, great country of America. Look at what the amazingness of America gonna have. I saw that too, Gar.
This is the story of a soldier who operates your nation's Patriot missile defense systems. It begins in California with a little girl raised by two moms. Although I had a fairly typical childhood, took ballet, played violin, I also marched for equality. I like to think I've been defending freedom from an early age. When I was 6 years old, one of my moms had an accident that left her paralyzed. Doctors said she might never walk again. But she tapped into my family's pride to get back on her feet, eventually standing at the altar to marry my other mom.
Let me remind y'all, this is the Army recruitment ad for America. This is the Army recruitment ad now. This is the Army recruitment ad.
Such powerful role models, I finished high school at the top of my class and then attended UC Davis, where I joined a sorority full of other strong women. But as graduation approached, I began feeling like I'd been handed so much in life, a sorority girl stereotype. Sure, I'd spent my life around inspiring women, but what had I really achieved on my own? One of my sorority sisters was studying abroad in Italy. Another was climbing Mount Everest. I needed my own adventures, my own challenge. And after meeting with an Army recruiter, I found it. A way to prove my inner strength and maybe shatter some stereotypes along the way. I'm U.S. Army Corporal Emma Malone Lord, and I answered my calling.
Bro, this is what they got. This is the American Army, bro. Like, this is the American Army's recruitment. This right here is what they recruit. Now we got this going up against. Hold on, you got this now. This nonsense right here going up against this. Going up against this right here. Like, hold on, I can't even find. I had him. There it is.
Для того, чтобы ты мог увидеть в нем врага, потому что без врага нет боя.
You see this? Do you see this? Look at that. You think Emma stand a chance against this man? Do you think Emma gonna beat this man? Hey, yo, what Emma gonna do again? Look at this man. Look at this man. Look at this dude. Like, these dudes was absolute units. And what we don't understand is, like, in Russia, they live in a more elevated environment. So them dudes is big. They're big. This is what they got. This is what China got. China sitting here. This is their video. This is China's video. China, I'm gonna play it with it muted. This is China. This is China. Look at what they showing. China showing off all their missiles, showing off their discipline, showing off how ready they are. Look at they showing all the readiness for war. They got their hypersonic missiles. They got everything. Look at this. Look at this. What they showing off. Look at all of that. And then America shows you this. This is America. This is America. This is America. This is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is the nonsense. And this is where we at, man. This is where we at. This is where we at. And people out here playing. People out here acting like, oh, everything regular. Oh, it's just normal stuff. Bro, looking at this video, whose army do y'all think is gonna win if there's a battle was to break out in between all three? Let's just be serious. Let's just, I mean, come on now. Bro. All the armies is talking about all their weapons of war. They're talking about their patriotism. And all America was talking about was this woman with two mothers going to Cal State with strong women. And basically she's just joining the army because she's looking for an adventure. She just wants to go on an adventure. She just has to find herself. This is America recruitment video right here. This is Emma. This is what Emma wants to go, and Emma's gonna fight these guys. This is what Emma's fighting right there. This is who Emma fighting. Who gonna win? Who do you think gonna win between these two? Mickey Mouse is our general. Yo. Exactly. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Like, I honestly thought this junk was a joke, man. I literally thought it was a meme. I thought that they lied. I thought that this was just some ridiculous video. Bro, it's real. This is the army recruitment video. And they want Emma to fight brothers like this. Emma finna go against all of this. This is Emma's going against all of that. This, that. Like, bro. Come on, man. It's a wrap. It is a whole wrap, man. It is a whole wrap. Like, they don't even understand how over it is. They don't even understand how this situation is already done, bro. We all know that this is all prophecy. We all know that this is all what was designed to come. This is all what was going on. But we're literally seeing this happen. We're literally seeing this go down now. And people out here acting stupid. People out here being crazy. People out here still just being goofy and being in the nonsense and stuff. It's time out for that, man. It's time out for that. It's time out for us to deal with these people. It's time out for us to let this nonsense go. Because as y'all just seen in the video, it's going to get real. It's going to get real. It's already real. That just looking at that alone, we already know. And then the other thing that they don't tell you is America is short on ships right now. They had a program set up where they were supposed to make these modular ships that were supposed to come in and be, very adaptable to different weapon scenarios and different battle scenarios and whatnot. And they put all these billions into this program. They only built 3 ships. And they had the only thing that came out of it was a missile system that was so expensive that it's $800,000 per one missile that they fire. That's all they've been able to build. So they don't even have the ships to basically challenge. What they're doing right now is they're selling wolf tickets to China and Russia. They're selling wolf tickets and all that nonsense in Kazakhstan. Oh, that's CIA all day. Russia said it. Even they said it. The media is trying to wave it like it's a situation where Russia and the Kazakhstan military are being oppressive to the population and they're oppressing them. No, These people, they beheaded police officers. They came out. It's more than just about a rebellion about gas prices. They killing people. They took over stations, and these are coordinated attacks. This is more than just a bunch of people getting together and burning stuff. What we saw with 2020, with everybody burning all their neighborhoods, that's just rioting nonsense. This is elevated beyond that. They killed police officers, sirs, multiple, and beheaded them. They took over one of the parliament buildings and burnt it. Like, they going wild over there. And a lot of the folks that's talking about it from that side of the pond are all saying the same thing, that it's very convenient that in the middle of all of this going on with Russia and Ukraine, that Kazakhstan just all of a sudden goes into a problem. And it's in a very good situation, because Kazakhstan is right between China and Russia. It borders on the both of them. So that instability in the area would affect both of the two people that the United States has a problem with. Man. It's Kazakhstan, Ivy Lamar, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan is right there. It borders Russia with China. It's like sits like right in the middle of them. Actually, let me do this. I hope I spell it right. See if I could. Oh, come on, man. Sometimes I gotta go to Google, because Google will give me more what I want. There we go. That's what I want to see. So right here, we got Russia up here, and then you got China and everything right here. And here's Kazakhstan right here in the middle. So if there's a problem with Kazakhstan, Russia, which is all of this over here, he got to deal with that. And China, which all this nonsense is on their border, they got to deal with it also. So when Kazakhstan is having their instability, it's going to cause Russia and China. Oh, is this thing still seriously doing this? Here, let me share it this way. It wants to be punky today. His StreamYard. I'm probably going to start using OBS when I do a solo stream, because I like OBS better. Yeah, I'm gonna share that like that. See, I keep this screen up so I can see the comments better. So I'm gonna move that over there and put that over there like that, so that way you can see it better. Yes, this right here is the Kazakhstan. This is Russia. So you see, it's right here in the middle of Russia, and it's right here with China and Mongolia, all right there. So literally, while them having this problem, that is essentially keeping Russia diverted from Ukraine, and it's also keeping China diverted from Taiwan down here. When you see it and you really think about all the nonsense that's going on, I mean, come on, man. We know that there's a group of people that work in the United States that always want to come out here and cause problems in other places. Y'all remember what happened in Libya? You remember what happened in Libya with Gaddafi? When Gaddafi said that he was going to start a bank. And this is the real reason why they went it, that Obama ran up in there, because Gaddafi, the first thing he did was he started a phone system in Africa that went from coast to coast, and that basically would handle all the long distance calls into America and the UK. They would handle that on the continent. So what that did was that took money away from America. I think they lost billions, and in the UK, a lot of their telecom companies, they lost billions as well, because they basically said, okay, we're building our own. So that was strike one against Gaddafi. Strike two was when he said, I'm making a bank. We're going to make a bank. It's going to be called the Bank of Africa, and we're going to back it by gold. So by him doing that, backing it by gold, he's in Africa. Duh, they got all the resources. They got all the gold. So, of course, the money that he would create that's backed by that would have more value than the dollar. And essentially, America's dominance as the economic leader would have been destroyed, and Africa would have been on the map now as the economic leader, because they have money that's backed by actual assets. It's backed by gold. So then, as soon as he announces this, all of a sudden, oh, there's an insurrection. Oh, these dudes rose up. Oh, they overthrew him and got Gaddafi killed. It's so convenient that happened right after he decided to start this bank. It's so convenient. And now here we have Kazakhstan, right when Ukraine is about to get going on with Russia, right when China is about to go into Taiwan, and all of a sudden, Kazakhstan just starts losing their mind. Look at here, man. I'm sure it's just a convenient coincidence. I'm sure it's just, just one of those things. Hey, life happens, But, for those of us that know our history with how America and their little alphabet boys work. They love to come in and cause dissension and cause problems and cause issues from the inside. They always come in, it was a group of people back in the day. I think Amorites were well known for that, where they would infiltrate and cause problems and then boom, take over from all the problems that they caused through the social instability. So it's very convenient that Kazakhstan has just started having these issues and stuff. And this, honestly, I feel like with them, because I wholly believe that this is nothing but America dealing with this nonsense, and they're fanning the flames. It's what they do. It's what they've done it for years. They did it with the in Congo, where they had all the cocaine that they were funneling into the hood, when they were basically giving all those dudes money just because they were trying to fight communism through through a third party. That's how they do. America fights wars third parties. They find these people in these places who are disenfranchised and say, hey, we'll give you guns and give you weapons and support, and we'll help you overthrow this government. And then they do that, and then they say, hey, all you got to do is once you overthrow the government, be our patsy. They tried to do that with what's his name in Cuba, what's his name, dang, his name slips my mind, Fidel Castro was on the CIA's payroll. They used him to combat the Soviets in Cuba. That's what the whole Cuban Missile Crisis and all that stuff was going about. It became a crisis because they lost control of Castro. Castro and Che Guevara fought for the government, and after they beat the Russians out, Che Guevara said, all right, I ain't finna listen to y'all. I'm going to South America. I'm gonna keep fighting. And Castro was like, I ain't finna be your little patsy. Thanks for the land, buckos, and gave him the salute. And then they tried to hit him with the Bay of Pigs when they tried to come in and attack him. And since he knew all their techniques, he sent them packing and running. That's why now you hear of Cuba. Oh, Cuba's bad. But they don't tell you that they supported Castro. All the people that they tell you now are bad were people that America at one point in time supported with money and support. They supported Osama bin Laden and all of their little boogeymen terrorism organizations over there. They supported them when the Russians and the Soviets were trying to get into Pakistan. They gave them weapons and trained them. How do you think them boys learned how to fight? Right. Exactly. Like yeah, man. That's another one. This is another one in Haiti. The Haitian president has said that we're not taking any of their medicine. We have natural resources here, and we're not going to take that. We're good. It was like days before the man got murdered, because he was murdered, and we know this. We all seen this. There was a news press conference with old Circleback Jen Psaki, and she was like, "Oh, we're sending some medication down to Haiti, and we've got all that planned up and sent." So I'm like, "How are you going to send it to him when the man just came out and publicly said that you're not going to send it?" And then a couple of days later, oh, he was murdered. Oh. And then amongst the murderers, they found, oh, wait, it was an American amongst the murderers? A former special forces? Oh, that's a coincidence. Oh, man, I guess he just, guess he didn't like the guy down there in Haiti. And he wanted to make a difference, Totally independent actor. The government had nothing to do with it. Man, look, all I'm going to say is our government is, their government. I don't claim them people. They twisted and they evil, and they be doing all kinds of stuff. And this nonsense that's happening in Kazakhstan, I know they had a hand in it, and it's gonna end up backfiring, man. It's most of this stuff. It's honestly, a lot of it is like just games. It's really like a game. It's like somebody's playing like the game of Risk, and they're just playing all this stuff according to scripts. And you got certain people that's trying to play multiple. It's all what these people do, man. It's a really disgusting game that when you really research the finances behind the war, see, that's when you really start to learn the truth. Follow the money, because money never lies. If I seem like I'm talking crazy and I'm talking like this, follow the money, man. And then we know they did this to us. All they're doing now is they're just doing the same thing to other people, because what they do to the Black Panthers, they had everybody thinking that they were terrorists. They had everybody thinking they were crazy. And then they went in amongst us and used our own people to basically cause infighting and then break them apart from the inside. They got all the leaders and then boom, took everything out from above. That's essentially what they do it with this whole January 6th thing. I can tell you right now, that whole January, they had Memorial. They was egging it on so thick. They talking about, man, that junk was nowhere near like none of that stuff they was comparing it to. But they got to egg it on, and they got to do that, these performance art, because they're trying to make a certain group of people be the enemies. So this is why I tell Hebrews all the time, don't get caught up in that whole Trump and right wing, left wing, all that stuff. It's all a game. It's all a game. They're playing a game right now because the end goal is to get rid of America and to erect a new system. They're not even hiding it. It's the Great Reset. You can go look it up. Charles Klaus, all of them, they talk about it all the time. Great Reset. They've been talking about it since like 2014, 2015. They've been having it. The Great Reset. They let you know. Even they had a video telling you, oh, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. And, America won't be the leader no more. And you'll have all this other stuff. They know what's coming because they're setting it up. They're trying to get it going. So a lot of this stuff, a lot of these games that they playing, man, we don't have time to sit here and get caught up in the nonsense that they putting in front of us. And we don't have time to chase people that are getting caught up in that nonsense. Because as we see, it's getting real. It's getting real. And America is not equipped to handle nothing that's coming. Emma is not going to handle Ivan. It's Dos Vidania for Emma. Like straight up. Straight up. Like Emma better start learning Chinese because she's gonna be working for the Chinese soon because she tripping with all that nonsense, man. Like it's straight up crazy out here, man. But that's what I want to say, and all of that, man. It's getting real out here, y'all. Definitely, it's shortages coming in the stores and stuff. So if you have the opportunity, get extra. You know what I'm saying? Keep things extra. Get canned stuff that's not perishables. Get stuff that, I have a couple of these little battery operated, not battery operated, they're solar powered batteries for recharging stuff and keeping things charged up. Get stuff like that, man, because we saw when Texas had their little power outages and stuff during their winter time and the government wasn't coming in trying to help nobody. It's going to get like that. Don't depend on this government to come through, man, because this government is falling apart left and right. If there is a true crisis, if there is anything that's happening that's bad, you need to be prepared to have stuff to be able to survive. This is like how our forebears who went through it in Egypt before, when all these plagues and stuff was coming. I'm quite sure, some of them affected them. The markets was affected when all the locusts came and stuff like that. When the river was flowing with blood, I'm quite sure that affected the fishing and all that kind of stuff. But if they were prepared for it, y'all kept them prepared every step of the way. When it was time for that angel to come, you better put that blood up on that doorpost and be ready. So that's what we're doing now, man. Put the blood out on the doorpost, get your provisions, circle your wagons, get ready. Because this Gregorian year, because it's not a new year according to Yah, it's a new year according to this system, this Gregorian year that they have set up, it's about to get crazy, man. I'm seeing some of the shortages starting to appear more and more in the cities more. It was mainly the remote places before, but now we're starting to see it more in cities. And there's like people that put it all on TikTok now. They'll go out there and they'll show you empty shelves, just empty shelves left and right. Stores closing. I think Walmart and Walgreens closed a bunch of stores because they were like, we don't got the people. They don't have folks no more. They don't have nobody to handle anything. So definitely, man, definitely. I use there's a spot I might use. What's it called? What was it called? Oh man, yeah. I've showed them before. I got them from my boy Seven Trumpets Prepper, man. Shout out to Seven Trumpets Prepper, man. He put me on to these people, and I've been getting stuff from them. And I'll just basically come over here. I'll go to the bulk foods, and I'll find some stuff to buy. I'll just, and at every paycheck or whatever, I'll get one or get two. I've been doing it for a while now, and I highly recommend it. That's how you do it. That's how he kind of taught how he built his stash up. And that's how you do it. You just basically come on here. You don't got to buy all at once. You don't got to buy all this big stuff like that. Just get small little things. If you go into the store, get canned goods and stuff like that. Get stuff that won't spoil. Get stuff that if the power goes out, you don't got to worry about all your stuff being, destroyed and taken away, because it's going to get crazy, man. It's going to get crazy. And we no longer can afford to have oil for everybody. Unfortunately, we are in lean times, and I would love to be able to build a big compound and be like, Hebrews, come through. I would love to do that, but unfortunately, if I had the money to do that, they would try to keep me from doing that. They would do everything in their power. Because one more thing before I go, notice that when the Transformer variant came, when the Optimus Prime variant came out of South Africa rather, they shut everything down. They shut South Africa travel down like that. You couldn't go to Africa. Now, what people weren't realizing is a lot of us was going back to Africa, whether they was Hebrews or not. There was a lot of people going into Africa, from the Ghana with the year of return to all the surrounding nations. Just a lot of us were going back into Africa. Even a lot of well-known folks. I see, shout out brother Eshaun, him and his family. They went in and went back into Africa. So I seen a lot of people going in. They shut down travel to Africa ASAP. Now, there's another variant that's out there. I forget what it's called. I'm actually I know how I do. I do things real time so people can see that I don't just be talking out my little, my tushy. Yeah, see, there's another one. The WHO kind of downplays it. They call it the IH. I despise the New York Times. They always do that. It's called IHU something. No, that's an official thing for it. It's called IHU. Yeah, there it is. IHU. So it's IHU variant now that they just found in France. Y'all let me know whenever you hear about any closings in France. Let me know if there's anybody in France that can't fly to France, because I haven't heard of any. Have any of y'all heard any flights? This IHU variant or whatever they want to call it now. I guess they figured Omicron was too crazy, so they just call it IHU. I get, that's the new variant. That's the new variant, and it's coming out of France. But guess what? They haven't shut down any travel into France. Why haven't they shut down travel into France? Why hasn't France, been, they first found it, they said somebody was in West Africa, but it was found in France. And now they're all in France and nobody's shutting down France. Nobody's shutting them down. They're like, oh, here it is. University College London geneticist professor Francis Below said it's not currently linked to a spike casing or hospitalizations in France, though. Now, that's what they're trying to say, but now they're going to say, oh, it's in Africa. But they found it in France. Make it make sense. They were studying strains, and they're like, oh, we found a new strain. But whenever I take a COVID test, it doesn't tell me that I'm negative of this strain, and this strain. It just says I'm negative. So how do they know what strain is what? I'm just throwing things out there. I'm not a medical professional. I'm always going to tell you, consult your doctors for stuff like that. But there's some things that common sense can tell you. And questioning the narrative is a good thing. Like, why is it that when we had this thing go down, they basically told everybody not to, you couldn't go to the gym. You weren't encouraged to go outside because they put lockdowns and curfews on, but the liquor stores and the weed stores were open. All McDonald's, all the fast food, all of that was still open. Now, if they were concerned about people's health, why not tell people that, hey, eating crazy is not good. Eating all this nonsense is not good. Maybe you should get into exercise. Maybe you should watch your diet and stuff on top of taking precautions. How come nobody has said anything about losing weight? As we see that most of the people that have it worse have comorbidities and they have weight problems. That always usually assigned to weight. That's why it hit us in a crazy way, because a lot of a buddy of mine, his daughter's in sports, and I'll video the games for him for footage. And I talked with a lot of the different fathers there, and we had a conversation, and everybody was talking about their high blood pressure. And one of the dudes was like, well, we like seasoning, what I'm saying? We like seasoning. So I can't I'm like, bro, you better put that salt down. I'm like, that ain't seasoning. You don't have to have salt for seasoning. Like, you have to change your diet. Like, this is what causes the problems. High blood pressure is a silent killer. If anything, go to your doctor and know what your baseline is. Know what your blood pressure is. Know what your A1C is. Know where you at. You got to listen to our bodies. We're so used to, a part of our Hellenization is just that ridiculous food pyramid that they used to show us. Y'all remember that? The food pyramid of death, where they had all that crap that we should eat. It was actually just the worst thing ever. Like, this was what they was feeding to us as kids. And we feed our kids McDonald's and all this stuff. And we feed ourselves McDonald's and all this crap. Like, we got to cut some of that stuff out, man. We got to cut that out, because we got to realize that even a lot of our diet has been Hellenized. And we know that. You know what I'm saying? We know that from and again, let me throw my precaution out there. I'm not saying you're going to hell if you eat a certain thing. I'm not that type of dude. And anybody that's out here telling you you're going to hell because you eat chicken, you're going to hell because you eat pork, you're going to hell. No, you're not going to go to hell, but you'll meet the Father a whole lot quicker and you will suffer loss. Our bodies weren't meant for some of these things to be ingesting in us. And although some of them may be fine to eat, and yeah, your salvation is okay, why would you put your body in that situation to put yourself in a worse off case when you know that these things could take you out? I know, man, look, like I said, I'm gonna put my way in on the whole chicken debate. I know some Bruce is crying right now about this whole chicken thing. When I seen that chicken eat that mouse and beat the cat, the cat's out there like, oh, I'm finna get you. I'm finna get you. And the chicken just come out of nowhere and grab the mouse. Bro. Look at here. I ain't finna sit here and act like I've been there all along, and I've been there in the ride. I had mice in the house before. We had a house and we had mice in the house before. Those things are gross. They're nasty and they're disgusting. And things eating that, I'm like, I'm good. Again, I'm not saying that you're going to hell if you do it or not. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's between you and Yah. But me, I know I took inventory of how I feel. And I feel like if you eat something, you shouldn't feel sluggish. The whole itis that we've been talking about, we always want to, oh, it's the itis. That's how you know the food is good. No, food is supposed to energize you. You're supposed to feel prepped up and ready to go. You shouldn't eat food and feel sluggish and want to go nap and go to sleep and go do all that. It should energize your body. It should fuel you. That's what it's called fuel for. It's supposed to fuel you. When you put fuel in your car, does your car stop running? If you put fuel in your car and your car had to stop for 30 minutes before you could move forward, you would stop using that fuel. I'm just saying. Let's use common sense. Let's just use our brains. And some things that we've accepted as normal really ain't normal. And we need to start listening to our bodies more. And I found that when I found it, man, I stopped. Again, I'm not telling nobody what to do. I'm giving my personal experience. I put the bird down and I've been feeling better. I literally seen my stomach go down. I literally feel better. And I have a CPAP, you know, for night because I be obstructing and snoring heavy and stuff at night. Since I stopped doing it, my wife, like, she'll look at me because she be worried, you know, about me sleeping at night. She's like, yeah, you haven't really been obstructing and you haven't really been, you know, doing none of that. Like, again, I just put down the fried bird and put the bird down. That's all I did. And it's I don't know. I just came to a place where I'm just like, even if it's for all that nonsense, there must be something in it if I feel some type of way about it. If I feel bad after eating it, there must be something in it that y'all don't want from me. So I'm not just trying to get myself spiritually right, but even physically right. Because a lot of us, we spiritually on point, but our bodies are a wreck because we just put any and everything in it because it's good. And what we got to realize is even the way the sugar over here, that's another thing I'm trying to get away from is the sugar. Because sugar is like crack, man. It is like crack. They over sugar everything. You should be able to eat an apple and it should taste like candy. You should be able to eat an orange and it should be like the sweetest thing ever. But our taste buds are out of whack because of this nonsense and the sugar and all this nonsense, man. Like, I'm just being led by the Ruach. I'm just going. Like, I don't nobody going to say, oh, Big Red say you going to hell if you eat chicken. Big Red say Popeye's going to send you to hell. No, I ain't saying none of that. I ain't saying you less of a brew. I ain't saying I'm looking down on you. I ain't saying I'm better than nobody. I'm not saying none of that. Don't misrepresent what I'm saying because you don't like what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, whether the bird is good or not eating it here in Babylon has its advantages. You know, that's all I'm saying. I'm quite sure the quail that Yah gave to the children of to our ancestors was nothing like the GMO mutants that we got over here. I mean, if you just even do a history of chicken and you see how chickens were in the 50s to how they are now, these things is like mutant Ninja Turtles, like on my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got mutant Ninja Turtles that we got in chickens, man. These suckers are, you know what I'm saying, they're huge, man. These things all bulked up and all because they've been juicing them up. That's where mad cow disease came from. You see, cows aren't designed to eat meat. And these idiots, greedy idiots, came out here and they was feeding meat to the cows to fatten them up because they figured, oh, it's just a little bit. They use a weak meat byproduct. It cost them a little bit next to nothing to add in, but it made for fatter cows. So they were able to get more money out of the cows with, you know, for less. And what happens when you introduce a diet into something that's not supposed to eat that way? Abnormalities, mad cow disease, because they got a prion developed into them because they aren't designed to eat meat. But these greedy fools in Babylon want anything by any means necessary, so they were feeding meat to cows, and that's where the mad cow disease came from, because they fed it to them in their food because they wanted to fatten them up. So stuff here and man, the stuff here in Babylon is just all jacked. Even eating the vegetables, man, you still be like, they put all the pesticides and all this other nonsense on it. Like, this place is wicked, man. This place is wicked. So the more I can minimize exposure to that nonsense, the more I recommend doing it, man. I highly, highly recommend doing it. Especially, I mean, yeah, it does suck sometimes, especially, when you're dealing with crazy members, people that's got you all in your feelings, and you all like, and I'm just like walking through my local Publix and I see the chicken over there and I'm like, man, I'm feeling some type of way. I might as well just go ahead and have you something. Then I'm like, nope, wait, just because I'm mad at somebody else don't mean that I should go and hurt myself and cause self-harm. I know how I'm going to feel once I get on the other side of that chicken wing. So leave it be. And that's just my experience with it, man. After I've been putting it down, I feel good. I literally feel good. Like, it's a good feeling in my body, and I want to keep that good feeling up. Like, I just basically been saying all the vegetables and stuff that I was like, before, I'm been going in. I'm going in. Asparagus, throw it at me. I don't care. My wife just had, hey, you want eggplant parmesan? Man, me 4 years ago, I would have looked at her like, I would have gave her that look like Lawrence Fishburne and what's love got to do with it? I'd turned around like, how dare you? Asparagus? Parmesan? What's it called? Eggplant? Ugh, what? Man, I'm like, yo, I'm down. I'm down. Because I realized that my taste buds have also been Hellenized, like my mind. And the things that I went along with, I'm no longer doing those things no more, man. I've really been doing a lot of, again, I'm not telling nobody what to do. This is just me, just throwing something out there. Hopefully it'll get your mind thinking about ways in that you've been Hellenizing, things that you've been holding on, and some stuff that maybe Yah has been dealing with you about that he wants you to let go. I'm telling you, man, once you let him go, the benefits outweigh anything. The benefits outweigh anything. I mean, we shouldn't live to eat anyways. We shouldn't live for these vulgar foods and stuff like that. And again, I'm not calling chicken vulgar. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is we need to be measured about what we put into our temples. You know what I'm saying? Not just what we watch and what we hear, but also what we eat. We are very vigilant about what we watch. We're very vigilant about what we hear. We need to also be vigilant about what we eat and drink. So yep. Yep. That's how she would have did me, Empress. You gonna eat this eggplant? I'm just like, okay. I'll go eat the eggplant. I'll go eat the eggplant. That's what it is. I'm eating that eggplant, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I agree, Michael. I do agree that, it's a challenge. It is definitely a challenge, man. Because, I still, probably eat stuff with eggs in it, like certain breads and stuff like that. But, I'm like, I'm moving things along. Like, we're looking for egg substitutes and stuff. We're just, looking and doing however Yah has been, just leading us and guiding us and whatever makes sense. Now, again, if you are in a financial situation where, because we know, unfortunately, in America, the so-called organic stuff is sometimes a little more expensive than it is in the hood. And plus, it's ridiculous that to get to a Trader Joe's, you got to drive halfway across town to the white folks side of town just to get, a good, decent store where you can get some decent organic food. Like, it's ridiculous. I know all our Trader Joe's down here in Florida are on the other side of the tracks. Which, goes to show, the further you go over there, the less liquor stores and the more craft weed shops and craft beers and organic shops that you see. But, that's gentrification for you. But yeah, man, it's a struggle. It's definitely a struggle. And like I said, if you can't afford it, don't put a burden on yourself that Yah didn't put there. That's another thing that Yah taught me today, that, sometimes I learned that a certain thing that I do that I feel like because I honor Yah's people so much, I don't like stepping on the mic any type of way. So a lot of the times I didn't make videos over the Christmas break was because I was dealing with a lot of nonsense about my subject matter here, and my heart wasn't in the right spot. And I felt like, oh, I shouldn't do this because I just got mad and yelled at this person, or I just got mad and I just cussed this person out or whatever. And I'm just, I don't deserve to do this and I don't deserve to do that. And Yah is like, bro, I sent the word down in the flesh for you for that. I sent the word down in the flesh and put you under that new covenant for that reason, so you could come to me with your flaws, so I can wash you and cleanse you. I put you down for that. Like, I'm not saying you come before the people any type of way. Don't, there's always a balance to things. But sometimes we put these ridiculous religious rights upon ourselves that ain't there. Y'all was like, hey, this, I put something on your mind, I want you to do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit here and tell me whether you worthy or not. I called you to do it. Don't sit here and tell me if you're worthy. I'm the one that called you. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. You're right. You absolutely right. Now, I'm not, again, there's balance to things, because I know people like to take things and go with it to the extreme on the other side. I'm not saying the jokers out here living in sin, because, man, Sean that large, shout out to you. You still out there, man, because you brought a word last night when you were talking about folks being in iniquity. Folks think, man, look, I'm just like the sister said, I'm just trying to make sure I get in. I'm not sitting here acting like I'm so holy that I got just the golden ticket to get in. I'm still kicking stuff to the curb, and I'm still fighting through it. And there's a lot of folks that ain't struggling. They just walking in it. And they just going in it, and they just being in it. See, struggling means that you may sit here and the thought may come across your mind, but you don't act on it. You may sit here and you may struggle with that thought, but you don't just walk into it and just keep going in it and do it and then make excuses for it, like, oh, God knows my heart. Nah, it ain't about that. It ain't about that. It's about doing what's right before y'all. And it's about making sure that when you find out this thing isn't right, changing that thing. So I'm not saying that, oh, you can come before folks any kind of way crazy. No. It's that sometimes we think that we have to be at a certain place that y'all says, no, you don't have to be there. I called you for where you are right there. Use what you have. Use what I've given you and go forward and do it. So if y'all leading you to, hey, man, because, it's a lot that's needed for this. If y'all is telling you, if you have knowledge in foods and stuff like that, start that channel. Make that channel and just start educating people about foods and stuff. You ain't got to sit here and break down scriptures and bring about all this amazing. That right there is just as important, because as you see, our people is going down for all these diabetes and high blood pressure. That's valuable. If y'all has taught you how to farm, teach that. If y'all has taught you how to have skills, survival skills, we need Hebrews with that insight. Bring that in. Bring that forward. Don't think that you got to have biblical, the scholarship, and you got to have it's definitely great to have biblical scholarship. Don't get it twisted. But don't think that you got to be like this super L5 scholar and you got to have all this. Like, nah, man, just bring what Yah has given you to the forefront. He's given us all those talents. It's time for us to not take those talents and bury them and just use what we have and to help edify the kingdom, man, because we need more than just more people to bring the word. That's why I really wanted to do with Thoughts Brewing. I started on the channel with more word studies, and I'm going to definitely still do things like that, but I didn't want to be a channel that just does that, because, that's kind of like how folks do, where they start learning how to preach, then they go and they start a home church. Everybody want to have a home church, but nobody want to bring nothing new to the table with what Yah has. There's so much more that Yah has going on. We need people with scientific minds, with the mind of IT, with mind of homeschooling, like we're talking about with homeschooling. I would love to see a channel where I think I saw one before with some sisters talking about that too, talking about homeschooling and the different things you can get into. Shonda at Large has a lot of people on her channel. We're talking about different things and stuff like that. That's what we need, man. We need things like that, like how what Sister E has with her platform being like the mediation place where everybody come and you can, as long as you're respectful and you don't get on there with no nonsense, you come up there and you can talk, and we talk about things and have, like, everybody has something that's on there and we all work together. It's not about a big I, little E, none of that kind of stuff. It's about working together. Oh man, here we go. It's about working together for the kingdom, man, because we're building the kingdom, man. These dry bones is not getting so dry no more. They're starting to put some lotion on. We getting some lotion in on the bones, and they're starting to flesh out. And as Yah continues to make us, it's time that we use those gifts and those talents, those things that you've been thinking about. If you've been thinking about learning cameras and stuff, man, there's information all on there. You don't need nobody to come and show you directly. I learned how to work a camera off of pure YouTube. I just had a desire. I said, I want to learn how to take pictures. And I learned how to use a DSLR and do all that stuff, video editing and all that crap, all off of YouTube. All off YouTube. Like, you can learn anything, man. If you have a desire for it, go for it. Go for it. You don't have, the being rooted in the word is always necessary. It is always good, but use the talents that Yah has given you, man. Use it. I just wanted to encourage everybody with that, man, because I know a lot of times we get caught up and we think, oh, I'm not as well spoken as this, and I'm not as well spoken. Look, everybody can't be a Dante. Everybody can't be a Teo. Everybody can't be a Zadok. Everybody can't be a Sister E. But guess what? There's only one of you, and Yah has you in there for a reason. We are a body. A body has multiple functions. The spleen is small and on the inside, but guess what? If that spleen go away, you're gonna be in problems. There's all our body parts have a function, and even if one of them is taken away, it's an obvious. It's something that causes an issue. It's showing like, oh man, something's missing. I only have one kidney. Man, something don't feel right. Like, it's needed. All of us are needed. There's no big eyes. There's no little you. We're all in this. We're all in this. And when you realize that, man, it's such a beautiful thing when you see how it all comes together. How everybody has their talents and everybody moves off in the parts that Yah has called them in. That's what it's for, man. That's exactly what it's for. So I just wanted to drop that out there. Oh, yep. Exactly. Use astronomy, teaching people how, hey, you know what I'm saying? There you go, man. There you go. There you go. I look forward to Aero Spike's channel when he starts teaching us how to track, how to use stars, how to get you to tell us how to look at the stars and how to get everything, circumnavigated. I look forward to that, man. I don't know, man. He be trying to be humble, man. But Aero Spike's our little resident G, man. Look, you talking about if you need a book for something, that's the man to go to. If you want to learn something and there's a book out there for it, that man will have the book for you. He said they used to call him librarian. I believe it, because every time, man, he be showing me stuff. I'm like, man, where does this dude get this stuff from? And how he always getting all these PDFs? That's his talent, though. That's what Yah has put on his heart, to get this stuff and man, do that thing, bro. Get that stuff, chronicle it. Do what Yah has told you to do. Do what Yah has put on your heart to do. There's a lot of us out here. There's things that have been on your heart to do. Do it. Just start it. You can, even if you don't have all the things and have all the stuff that's necessary, just start it with what you have. Just start. Just go. Just go and let Yah build the rest. Let Yah go forward and go forth and do it, man. It's a lot more to it than just breaking the word down. It's also, we need practical application. That's the problem with a lot of folks. They can sit up here and break the word down, but they ain't got no common sense. Common sense is something that need to be taught too. Wisdom and philosophy, how to think, and really how to get us out of this mindset of the Hellenized mindset of America. All this stuff is necessary, man. All this stuff is necessary. I just want to really encourage everybody, man. Do what Yah has put on your heart to do. Don't feel like you have to be this great orator and speaker. I mean, Moses was like, hey, I'm not giving well in speech, and these people don't even know me like that. He's like, look, I got Aaron for you. Next question. He's giving us all the tools, man. But I'm going to end it on that, man. I appreciate y'all coming out, man. And again, don't let these folks use you, man. Don't let these folks just hinder you. Don't let these folks bother you. You know what I'm saying? It's still show people love, still show people the care that you need and stuff like that. But when they show you nothing but nonsense after you've given them nothing but love and everything, hey, there comes a time where you just gotta dust your hands off and just let them be. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not a bad thing that they can say whatever they want to say. They just mad because they can't use you no more and they want you to feel bad. That's really all it is. That's really all it is. 9 times out of 10, when these narcissists be going off on people, it's because they mad they can't use you no more, man. So, man, y'all be blessed, man. And I really appreciate y'all coming through. And I pray, for that Yah keep you and you keep your families. I pray that he will lead you and guide you, that he will give you instruction in this time of uncertainty. And I also pray that he will give you wisdom to see through the lies, because there's so many lies in this kingdom. So I pray that Yah give you wisdom to see through the muddiness that this demonic system has coined, that you will show you a light to guide you through everything that you are doing, whether it be with your job, with your family, or with your preparations. I pray that Yah guides you and leads you. I pray that. Y'all have a blessed day.
Cool. You did me dirty. Going out your way just to hurt me. I can't lie, you say you hurt me, but I can't let it flatter me as turkey. You're so ungrateful, stealing food from me under your table. You not really solid, you unstable. How could someone that you love be so hateful? If you gon' let it go, just do the whole thing like bowling. Let me hurry up, get the ball rolling. Let me hurry up, dirty. Going out your way just to hurt me. I can't lie, I used to let it hurt me, but I can't let it fly to me as turkey. You're so ungrateful, stealing food from me under the table. You not really solid, you unstable. How can someone that you love be so hateful? If you gon' get going, just treat the whole thing like bowling. Let me hear